Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you are doing extremely good. So first and foremost thing, I liked some of the messages from you. So a lot of you we keep on saying that. So please do continue this analysis with Hindi itself, so that you'll get a lot of, larger audience and a lot of people can't understand English and all these things. So first of all, sorry for that, guys, because first and foremost thing, I'm not that fluent in Hindi. I can understand your, whatever that you are asking in Hindi. I can reply you in Hindi itself, but I don't think so that my Hindi will be to that perfect. So that's the reason that I'm just carrying out this here in English itself. Even though I have tried a lot of times, to take up the Hindi itself, but I don't think so that it will be fair that if I pronounce some of the Hindi words. So that is something which I'm so sorry for that. But again, I don't think so that is there any problem with respect to some of these scenarios. I think again, apart from scenarios, if I say something about player potentials and player capability, again it is a big problem. So I can understand that, but again, I don't know what to say for that. Again, second question, some of you say we're saying that so please slow down your English in a speed because we can't understand that, we can't catch up with your words, something like that. Of course, we can go for that and we can do something for that. I'll really going to slow down my words and my fastness in this particular video. Fine, that is where we can definitely actually take up. Fine. So apart from that, hope that you can understand some of the scenarios and capabilities and all these things. Please adjust, guys. That's what I can say you as of now. Fine. Apart from that, with respect to one more person, we are asking some of the questions. So why don't you use editors and all those things? Uh, my brother, first of all, I want to tell you one thing. I'm not doing here anything for profit, something like that, because if that is the case, then why should I come here, right? Because I know some of the knowledge, I know some of the tactics, I know some of the understandings of not some. Have been doing this is cricket analysis not for the fantasy perspective, but again, some of the way where in order to win the match, of course, we should build some of the tactics, right? So I have been doing this is since my past 25 plus years of cricketing experiences, uh, being as a former player and as now as a current under 19 coaching. Fine. Again, so in that line somewhere, I wish to help you people just to gain some of knowledge, because nowadays it is a world of digital, right? Everywhere you'll find everything to be in the line of digital. So in that sense, I'm just making some of the videos. Okay, fine. Something regarding yesterday's match, without wasting time. So yesterday's match, that is between SRH versus CSK. So first and foremost thing, guys, I clearly told you in this video, in yesterday's video, that there are high chances that winning team, toss winning team will go for win in the innings, and of course there are chances that winning team will go for choosing ball first, because there is something which is a very good pitch report that it is we already received, and in a sense, aligning towards the chasing. So I told that clearly there is chances that chasing team will definitely go for winning. In a sense, winning toss winning team definitely will go for chasing first. Okay, so that's what one prediction which went perfect. And also, I told you that there are chances that scores. There is only two choices with respect to Rutraj Gaikwad's batting style, and that he is lacking with respect to left arm paces. That's what we have seen even in last season as well. So if that is the case, because there is, I clearly told you that if Tangaras Natarajan as well as Jaidev Unadkat, of course, leave out the case of Jaidev Unadkat, but again, case of Tangaras Natarajan, which is considerable, and if he plays in yesterday's match, there are chances that initial overs, because definitely he'll come at even at the middle of the boundary. There are chances that Ruturaj will try to defend as much as possible, and there are chances that even he may struggle and he will be pressurized. Okay, I think same thing happened even first 26 runs. It was awesome from Ruturaj Gaikwad, especially the first 20 runs, and afterwards he started struggling, especially dotting, and that's what where he got pressurized, and that's the reason that he lost his wicket. Okay, again, if yesterday's match, if imagine there is no Tangras Natarajan playing yesterday's match, then definitely I think there are high chances that he may gone for something very huge, And if that is the case, then you can expect. I told you that clearly. Then, if that is the case, then you can expect to score some 180 to 190, some even 200 plus. If that is not the scenario, then there are chances that scores will end up at 160, 170, at most at 175, something like that. But fine, it was 164, something like that, right? Fine, 164 or 165, something like that. So that's what the prediction, perfect prediction. Again, the case of Ajinkya Rahane, I think everyone we're saying that you can keep him away from your team because of the fact that there is a high chances that he won't be there in TT. But I clearly told that you have to include him in the team because of the fact that in a sense we are fantasy players, we're fantasy analysts here. So we should consider him. We should consider case whether that particular player will be the part of DT or not. That's it. So in that line, I clearly told you that you should include Ajinkya Rahane. Of course, he was a one of the perfect pick, right? Again, the case of Shivam Dubey, whichever match, I mean, the versus CSK is playing versus any other team, I clearly told you that either it is chasing or batting first. You should include Shivam Dubey. Okay, but again, nowadays he's not bowling. I think very sad for that. But again, I clearly told you that you should include Shivam Dubey in your team. And of course, in yesterday's match, I made him as my captain. And of course, unfortunately, I was not able to win the jackpot, something like that. But again, all small leagues, it's a clear sweep because I made Shivam Dubey as my captain and Moin Ali as my VC. Okay, of course, Moin Ali something like always we should consider because of fact that we can't expect that when he will bowl, and of course, when he balls full 2 or 3 overs, definitely he'll get 2 wickets. And if he balls complete 4 overs in the initial, mid or end of the power play, then there are chances that he may go for taking 3 or 4 wickets. And same thing happens even happened in the last IPL itself, and of course, where he was seen say, taking 4 wickets, and of course, we made. I made in that particular match him as my captain. Of course, got a very good profit. So that's the reason yesterday I got to know that after toss that he will be playing, so I made him as immediately as my VC. Of course, that is one as a hectic a prediction, perfect prediction. Again, the case of second case, that is Abhishek Sharma as well as Travis Head. I clearly told you that there are chances that a very good initial partnership will happen, and again people were saying that Abhishek Sharma will go and flop once again. I mean, here onwards he'll flop. I told you that no, he may flop, but again he will be there in DT. Okay, I told you that don't go for him as your CVC, but again he will be there in DT because of the fact that that's a capability now. I think we should say that we got one of the very good perfect hitter, right? Just like Henrich Klassen, just like Brendan McCallum, something like that, as of now in the younger generation of Team India. That is Abhishek Sharma. Fine. Again, the case of Aiden Markram, I told you that if it is chasing, I mean, as such chasing, then definitely you can go for him because I think there are chances that he may get promoted up, and even there are chances that he will continue his slow pace, right? Because if it is a very good partnership, initial partnership, and especially when it comes to batting first, just like the match versus Mumbai Indians, there you have seen that Heinrich Klaasen getting promoted up because obviously they are looking for building a very good high scoring target, right? So since if it is chasing, then if it is low scoring, then definitely a low pace continuing player, especially the case of Aiden Makram, should be considerable. So same thing happened yesterday's match. Of course, I told you that to include him if it is only batting, second, that's in a sense as arch chasing, right? Again, the case of Tangras Natarajan, I told you that I think he will get a wicket. Again, it depends whether it is 1 or 2 wickets, but he will get the wicket. And same thing happened. He got 1 wicket. But again, the case of one more case that it is especially with respect to Ravindra Jaddu, I told you that he will be there in DT, and of course because even though it was not a perfect pitch for spin, but again I told you that there are chances that he will give a point from his batting. Okay, and of course he was there in DT. So one of the perfect prediction yesterday. So hope you might have gone for that. But again, I never gave you the chance. Choices as Aiden Makram as your captain or vice captain because I never thought that score will be to that end, or even after scoring some 161, 65 plus the DT points will highest DT points will be somewhere around 70, 75, something like that. So because I think Aiden Makram got some 78 point, that was the highest point. Okay, so that's it. However, leave out that case scenario and let's move on to this today's match analysis. today exclusively I'm making some 10 teams for you. Okay, exclusively I have created 10 teams for you, especially for you, because I know that yesterday I haven't gone for analyzing technologies like either it is vitaminous or one to one, something like that. And of course that was the biggest problem, because I think that's the reason that we are unable to include some of the players. But again, today's match it is not like that, because I have created here 10 different teams, again by analyzing some different scenarios. And of course I think I'm that sure that out of this 10 teams you can blindly follow this scenarios with respect to different scenarios, any team here. I think I'm hope that same team with at least some 9 to 10 players will reflect as it is with respect to CVC, with respect to the different player potential and capability analysis, and with respect to scenario. So that for this you should do one thing, that you should watch the video completely. That's it. Okay. So first and foremost thing, the scenario. Before that, let's go for some the special thing, the special case, that is nothing but the pitch report. Okay, first and foremost thing, this is let me tell you, Jaipur Stadium. Okay, so let me tell you one thing. This is somewhere I say that it is an average pitch with respect to batting as well as bowling. Okay, if you are considering batting as well as bowling, I'll say this is somewhere some average pitch. Okay, but again there are cases that even scores may go for some 180, 190 plus. Okay, mark my words, there are cases the scores may even cross 180, 190, even 200 plus, one and only if some of the players which whose name I'm going to give you now, if they place. Okay, and again there are cases even the score may reach some 160, 170, 180, something like that. Again you'll find that some of the one or two players, only one or two players will going for some big knock, and that's the reason that they are reaching up to that you know score of 170, 180, something like that. But in this scenario you should include much ballers from opponent team, especially when it comes to spinners. Okay, so that is one thing which we should consider with respect to this particular pitch here. And again let me tell you one thing, even though people are saying that it is pace pitch, go for a very good pacers, all these things, I'm giving you exclusively this could be changed in the second inning, especially has a perfect spin pitch. Okay, this can be a perfect spin pitch for today's match, especially when it comes to second inning, especially when it comes to the team of RR, especially with the case of Yajvendra Chahal. Okay, so this is one thing which we should consider. Fine. When it comes to wicket keeper section, Sanjay Samson, I clearly told you that I know this particular person, Kerala Chetan, right? I clearly told you that Sanjay Samson will go for something very big in the first innings. Of course, in this in the beginning IPL we made, I think it was third match, I guess so. I made him as my captain. I also gave you in my video that in the first and all match, which and all match, if he is in every each and every IPL season, first match, of course, even I mean this particular person even go for something 100, something like that. Okay, he may go for something very huge, and after subsequent match, he will flop. Same thing is happening here. But still, we should consider him because of the reason he is now wicketkeeper. And again, especially in this match, because of the reason, as I told that I'm special. I mean, exclusively, I'm specially saying that here spinners may work for something. I mean, spinners may go for something huge or something very big, especially the case of Yashwendra Chahal. At the same time, there's high chances, keep a slip or keep a catch is possible in this particular match, especially when it comes to death overs. So in that sense, we should consider Sanjay Samson because of the fact that even he scores some 10 or 12 or 15 runs, something like that. But if he takes some at least two catches at the stumps, being a wicket keeper, then there are chances that it's could be it could be a very good choice to include him in the team as a wicket keeper. Okay, so first of all, this is which scenario? First of all, this is the scenario. What if RCB wins the toss and opt to, bat first? Okay, let me tell you one thing. To be frank, the toss winning team, the team which tosses first, definitely will go for. I think chasing here because of fact that I think chasing will be a very good option for today's match, and hope that in chasing team will be the winner most probably. Okay, so because something which we should consider, especially with respect to spin fact, and again here I think when we say something about spin, I think it is between Glenn Maxwell as well as Yajvendra Chahal. Okay, so as of now, with from wicketkeeper section, I'm just going for Sanjay Samson. Fine. Coming to Josh Butler, let me tell you one thing. He has been in a very bad form. I don't know what happened to him. From not only I think today, I mean today or yesterday or even the beginning of IPL, but even from the last ODI World Cup itself. Okay, I think very very bad form is going with Josh Butler, but we can't expect when this particular batsman can turn into dangerous monster. Okay, especially we should consider that particular scenario here, and of course we'll consider that scenario subsequently. But of course, in this scenario where it is RCB tossing first and opting to bat first, I don't think so that they'll give a very good space for him to continue his to regain his form here, lost form here. So I'm just excluding him from this particular scenario. Again, I'll not do that in the subsequent scenario. I'll let you know that where and all you can go for him. Fine. Coming to Anuj Rawat as well as Dinesh Karthik, I think definitely you can avoid those two particular players when you're going for small leagues, because there's high chances that they will inject a bad loss for you because of their inclusions. Because since in this scenario, I don't think so. Especially in this scenario, please don't go for them in small leagues. But again, if you are going for grand leagues, it's fine. Any one of this particular, both of this particular players, any one will go for something big if they get batting chances. If there is some mid order, early mid order spin bowling happens. Okay, and not the case of Yajwendra Chahal, because there are chances that Yajwendra Chahal may get the wicket early. But again, somewhere there you can consider them. But again, however, I'll avoid them in this particular scenario. Let's see that in the subsequent scenario. Fine. Coming to batsman sections, Virat Kohli last match flop, last match, very good knock. Last match, I think awesome 83 not out. I think 83 not out, I guess, right? So amazing, batting. So again, a lot of them were criticizing him. Again, I backed him, saying that in that particular innings, that's how you should play. Being a cricketer, being a former player, being a coach, I'm saying that. Fine. As of now, I'm just choosing Virat Kohli from in my team because of the fact that even though there is dashing opening bowler, that's Trent Bolt, where definitely he's a big threat, especially for Faf du Plessis. Again, for to some extent, it is Virat Kohli. If Faf du Plessis loses his wicket to Trent Bolt early, especially for a clear-cut LBW, then there are chances that even Virat Kohli will lose his wicket in his second over itself, because that's what psychological. Because we have to consider psychological factor as well. It's not only stats that's working. It's not only player potential or player capabilities that is working. Of course, player potential, player capability may give you some 95 percentage, but again, apart from that, we should go for some psychological factors as well. Right, fine. Here I'm just including Virat Kohli because of the fact that I'm feeling very strong, so strongly that there are chances that there is the possible that if RCB tosses first, there are chances that a very good partnership between Virat Kohli and Faf du Plessis, because of the fact that Faf du Plessis will go for something huge in this particular match. I'm feeling so strongly because it's been so many matches, not only in this IPL, again even some of the abroad T20 leagues where he had been a very good. In a very bad flop. I think now it is time to regain his form. I think that could have happened in the last match, but I think he got run out by David Particle in last match versus Lucknow Super Giants. Fine. Here I'm just including him in my team. Again, the case of Yashasvi Jaiswal, I don't know why this guy is going with this kind of bad form, because we never expected, even last test matches we have seen that this guy is scoring double centuries and all. But again, this the bad form is going with Yashasvi Jaiswal. Again, you can go for him, as I told that there are chances that both Yashasvi Jaiswal as well as Josh Butler, any one will go for turn to monstrous dangerous batsman. Okay, we can't predict that. That's what the nature of this particular, batsmen. But again, you can't expect both will going for something such kind of knock. Okay, don't go for something like making Josh Butler as your captain or Yasush as vice captain. That won't work here. Fine. So that's it. The case of Faf du Plessis. Again, case of Rajat Patidar. Let me tell you one thing. If the partnership between Faf du Plessis as well as Virat Kohli goes for something, some 75 plus or some 80 plus or some 100 plus, because there are chances for that if RCB tosses. In that cases, mark my words, Rajat Padikar will get demoted. Not I think hoping that hoping that where Chris Green will get promoted up. Okay, So if it is again, if it is goes for some 100 runs partnership, there are chances that even Glenn Maxwell may get promoted up, because if this is first batting, we are asked to be tossing first because of expectation of setting a very high, target for RR. So in that sense, so we should consider that first of all here. So if you are including Faf du Plessis as well as Virat Kohli, expecting that them a very good partnership, and again you are making any one of them as your VC, then I think there is no need to go for Rajat Patidar. See, the logic is very simple, right? So that's one scenario. Again, I'm just going for a Shimran Hitman, since I'm assuming here the opening pair here, both Yashashvi as well as Josh Butler may lose their wicket early, especially since there is Risi to play as well as Mohammad Siraj. So I mean, again, giving an expectation again here. Again, you can go for any one player that is to be safer option, but however, in this scenario, I'm just excluding both of them. So that's the reason I'm just going in middle order, Shimran Itmail, because he's one such player. He can play under pressure as well, because he can hit, he can hit six, I mean, boundaries here and there, even under pressure. So that's the reason I'm just going for Shimran Itmail. Again, you can go for Dhruv Churale, but I don't think so that, he's necessary to be included in the team in this particular scenario. Again, the case of Mahipal Lamrod, since we are considering here a very good opening partnership between Faf as well as Virat, as well as there is where I'm just going to include Glenn as well as Chris Green. So somewhere I'm expecting that Mahipal Lamrood won't get chances, because there is chances that Rajat Paditar and of course after DK will also come. After then only I think Mahipal Lamrood may get chances. So that's the reason as of now I'm just excluding him from the team. But again, there is subsequent teams. There is I have included him. Fine. Coming to all round section, I don't think so any other particular players could be a very good choice to be included here. Let me tell you one thing. I think this time, if there is one team whom we can term as one of the strongest, team that they have, it is RR. There is one more person, that is Tom Collar, Cadmore. I don't know whether how many of you know him. I think one thing for sure that definitely Fantasy Wala, millions of Fantasy Wala subscriber channels, that they won't have some halka bulka knowledge about this particular player, but I know him. He can hit century even with some 40 balls. So, but again, let me tell you one thing. Even if Josh Butler is not going perfectly, I think they can replace it with, I mean, him with Tom Collar Cadmore, because one of the dashing opener from again England. Okay, again there are bowlers that I feel they're really surprised that Keshav Maharaj, because if there is a very good spin track, again you can go for. I mean, RR can go for Keshav Maharaj, because that will give one more batting backup as well, right? Such a very good team. I think they have again the case of Navdeep Saini, because they can be tried. Even the case of emergence, right? Again the case of Kuldeep Sen. Again he can be a very good choice to be included in the team as an impact player and all. So that's the reason I know RR is there at the top position. And let me tell you one thing. As of now, RR is the one team who is having taken most wickets in the power play. So that is the sense where you should consider Trent Bolt in your team. Fine. Coming to Glenn Maxwell's case, let me tell you one thing. To be frank, I think in this match, I feel very strongly Glenn Maxwell may go for something huge. Okay, especially the case where RCB tossing, and both the cases. But again, some 60% in chasing itself. Okay, because there I think Glenn Maxwell will get at least 2 or 3 full overs. I hope that he may ball even 4 overs fully, because this is a very good spin track, and there is chances that in the initial 1 or 2 overs itself, Glenn Maxwell may get 1 or 2 wickets. So in that sense, I think let me tell you one thing: Glenn Max can be a trump card player, and of course he can be a perfect captain for your team. So that's the reason I'm just making him as my captain in this particular scenario. Fine. So coming to Riyan Parak, the man in form, and of course the perfect competitor for Virat Kohli, being coming at a two down. Really appreciation for him, and of course emerging player. Of course we got a very good finisher, and of course vice captain loading. So again, even there are a lot of people who criticized him. I think last year and last year and all. But again, this guy proved himself. Who is him, and again, I will go for him even in this match, because of fact that there are high chances that even he will continue his pace. Okay, because he is consistent. Again, there are some of the players, some of the bowlers who can give him a you know perfect tough competitions. But again, I don't think so that will work here in this particular scenario. So, however, I'll go for him in my team. Again, Chris Green. I think last few a couple of match he has been in a very good, flop show is going on there. Very bad flop show. But again, let me tell you one thing. In this scenario, where if it is RCB, tosses and opt to bat first, and where the case of Virat Kohli as well as Faf du Plessis initial partnership goes for something huge, then there are chances that both Glenn Maxwell as well as Chris Green going for something huge, and both will be there in should be there in your TT and should be there in your team, and both will be there in the final TT as well. Fine. Coming to R Ashwin, let me tell you one thing. He won't get wickets. Okay. I think even in the I think next some of the matches, I think some 10 matches left for each every teams, right? Those who played 4 matches. Let me tell you one thing. In that 10 matches, even if all matches R Ashwin plays, I think in any one match he may get some 2 wickets. Okay, and again, that will be very crucial wickets. That's fine. But again, I think apart from that, nothing is going to happen with this particular player because he's a very perfect test player, and even ODI, I think much of the Ashwin spin won't work there. So that's the reason you are finding that whenever there is a test, I think he is taking some 5 wickets or something like that, or even more than that. But I don't think so that it will, that in this match, it is perfect to include him in the team because again he may get promoted up, and there you can expect some batting, points. But again, I think RCB ballers will get tackle him early as possible. Fine. I feel very ashamed that Will Jack's case. I think he's fit enough to play, and of course he could be a very good opportunity to make him as opener. And I wish that Virat should come at one down because Will Jack is one of the very good opener from England, and of course very good all-rounder, especially in today's match since it is a very good spin track. I feel strongly. So of course you'll witness that. I feel that strongly that he could be there in team as opener, and so that it will be a perfect backup as a spin because RCB is definitely lacking a very good quality bowlers, especially when it comes to spin. Okay, only Maxwell they are using as a perfect spinner. Of course, they are not giving even chance for Karan Sharma. Fine. Again, the case of Tom Curran, he could be a very good all-rounder. He could be a very good backup as a finishing player. I don't know what the reason that they are not using, not considering him in the team. At least could have included him as the impact player. Okay, especially when it comes to bowling second. So fine, let's say that. But again, both of them, if anyone plays, then definitely I'll go for him. If both plays, definitely I'll surely go for both because they are capable to score something huge, and of course they will be there in final DT. That's one scenario. So again, the case of the bowling sections. So let me tell you one thing. So coming to bowling sections, Trent Bolt. So I think this is one particular player who can pull the match in the first 1 or 2 over of his bowling, and there are chances that so many times, and there are instances that so many times that he has done so like that, even the last match versus Mumbai. So that's what Trent Bolt is considerably here. Again, if you are considering say, Trent Bolt, then please do exclude Virat Kohli or Faf du Plessis, anyone, especially that is the case of Faf du Plessis. But I again here I'm just considering him in my team, expecting that he may get 1 or 2 wickets in death. Okay, so since I'm just marginalizing him towards death over, so that's the reason I'm just including him in my team. Again, the case of Yashwin Chahal, I think if if Joe Butler plays, if RR tosses up and opt to bat first, if Joe Butler plays, then you mark my words, Yajwendra Chahal will be a key player, trump card player in RR. So even you can go for Yajwendra Chahal as your VC as well as Joe Butler as your captain. But again, I don't know whether that will happen today because there are chances that Joe Butler will flop. But again, we'll do consider that scenario as well because I think today's match there are chances that he may go for something huge. He may come back to the form. But here I'm just going for Yajvendra Chahal because he knows what is the strength and weakness of RCB, and he knows where to bowl and for which and all RCB's players. And there are chances that he may get at least 2 or 3 wickets. Okay. So again, Nandre Barker, you can include him in the team because I think this particular person has been in a very good constant form. But again, I'm just going for Mohammad Siraj as well as Risi to play. Okay, expecting that Risi to play being a left-hand bowler, and there's chances that he may get 1 or 2 wickets early. Okay, again the case of Mohammad Siraj. expecting you can't expect that Mohammad Siraj that he is taking 3 or 4 wickets all. No, but again you can expect maximum 2 wickets, but minimum there are chances that he may go for wicketless. But again in this match he will take at least 1 or 2 wickets, especially the case of Josh Butler as well as Yashasvi Jaiswal. Okay, so in this particular scenario, fine. So again, I'm not going for any other bowlers. Again, you can go for considering Avish Khan in both the cases because he's a slow, medium bowler. There are chances that the for catch out something like that, but don't expect LBW or clean bowling from Avish Khan's ball. Okay, again, case of Yash Dayal, you can consider him because of left arm bowler, and there are chances that he may get 1 or 2 wickets here. Fine. As of now, I'm just giving this is back to Mohammad Siraj as well as Risi to play. Let's go for choosing once again back. This is all-rounder sections. That is Glenn Maxwell. So let's coming to captain as well as vice captain. Please don't go for Sanjay Samson as your CVC because I think he's not suitable to make him as CVC. I know except for the first match, subsequent matches he will flop, and even if he scores, I don't think so that it will cross some 40 plus something like that. Okay. Again, you can go for Virat Kohli, very good option because man in form and of course highest top scorer. And of course, even if Virat Kohli plays, I think it is very difficult to set the target more than some 180, 190 because the problem is he will utilize some of the balls initial. I think most probably some 40 to 50 balls. That's the problem. Again, you can go for Faf to places because I expect very strongly that in today's match there are chances that Faf will go for something very huge so that he can be a very good captaincy pick for your final DD. Right. Again, coming to Rian Parak, I may not go for him as my captain. Again, one perfect captain that is Glenn Maxwell. I feel very, very strongly that if RCB tosses, there are high chances that you'll feel that Maxwell is going for something very huge so that you can make him as your captain, especially when it comes to second innings. I mean, where it is, RCB is chasing. Okay. Again, the case of Chris Green, you can go for him as your captain because again, it is very risky. But I'll say that there are chances that he this particular person, this Cameron Green may give points from both batting as well as bowling. I don't think so. Any other player could be a very good choice to be made here, captaincy or vice captaincy, because since this is a scenario where RCB tosses and opting to bat first. So I'm just giving this back to Glenn Maxwell. When it comes to VC, you can go for Virat Kohli. Fine, sure, you can go for flap two places, which I'll keep here in this scenario. Again, you can go for Rian Parak as a vice captain because expecting that the consistent some 50 plus runs. Again, you can go for Chris Green, but I'm not suggesting that it's a perfect choice since, as I told that, Faf du Plessis will go for something big, hoping so if RCB tosses, right? I don't think so any other player could be a very good choice. Again, if there is one choice is that if RCB goes for something very huge, some huge target, some above 200, there are chances that in second innings, RAC Tople may get, some 2 or 3 wickets so that can be a very good choice for a vice captain. Okay, I think you can see that it is very unique pick, and no one can give you this much of perfect prediction because it's completely player potential, player capability, and player analysis. Okay, rather than going with their stats. Fine, coming to I'm just giving this is back to Duplessis. So the reason behind giving Faf Duplessis as my VC, expecting that today's match there is chances that Faf may come back to form. So here, witnessing here, this is what the team is about. If RCB tosses and opt to bat first, okay. So similarly, what if the second scenario happens? What if RCB tosses and opt to ball first? Here you can see that I have kept Glenn Maxwell as my captain. At the same time, I have given Yashwant Chahal as my VC. But at the same time, you can expect that I have excluded Trent Bolt here, expecting that RCB will get early in a partnership between Virat Kohli and Duplessis, a very huge margin. Okay, and there afterwards, Glenn Maxwell will get promoted about one down or two down, and you'll see a blasting performance from Glenn Maxwell, both with bat as well as ball. So that's the reason I've just kept him as my captain. At the same time, with respect to middle order wickets, considering that I have kept here Yashwant Chahal as my VC. Okay, and one differential pick that is Avish Khan. At the same time, one more differential pick that is Yash Dayal. I think hope in this scenario both will go for something huge. Okay, so again having included here Yashasvi Jaiswal, expecting that he will score some runs. Fine. So this is what the scenario is about. So this is what my team is about if RCB tosses and opt to ball first. Okay. So similarly, going forward, next set of scenarios. What if I mean RR strikes early with respect to toss. So RR tosses and opt to bat first. So here you can see that again it is very risky. I'll say that making Yashasvi Jaiswal as captain because we don't know, when he'll come back to the form. But I have kept here Yashasvi Jaiswal as my captain. At the same time, kept Ashwin Chahal as my VC, expecting that since second innings there is some high chances that spinners will get early breaks and they may even go for taking 2 or 3 wickets. And here you can see that one differential pick that I have kept here, Mahipal Lamroor, expecting that he will reach the wicket. I mean, he will reach batting chances, and there are chances, he will get some 30 to 40 plus DT points. Fine. So, so yeah, this is what my team is about. What if RR tosses and opt to bat first? Similarly, one more case. What if you know this is the scenario? What if I mean, RR tosses and opt to ball first. You can see here I have kept Virat Kohli as my captain, expecting that he single-handedly will lead the team. Okay, and at the same time I have excluded here Duplessis, expecting that he may lose his wicket early to Trent Bolt. Okay, at the same time, you can see here I have kept Rajat Patidar since RCB loses its wicket early. There are chances that Rajat Patidar may get promoted up, and afterwards the partnership between Virat Kohli and Rajat Patidar will go for to some extent. Or afterwards, there are chances that Chris Green will come. And afterwards, Glenn Maxwell. So that's the reason I have kept here Rajat Patidar here. Since he may get promoted up here. At the same time, you can see here I have included one more player, that is Avish Khan here, expecting that his slow bowling will get some 1 or 2 wickets. Okay. At the same time, Nandre Burger as well as Trent Bolt will be the part of pace bowling trio from RR. At the same time, you can see here that I have kept here Yashasvi Jaiswal from RR. Fine. So again, coming to next scenario. So this is purely applying, bituminous, reverse bituminous technology by focusing only towards Trent Bolt. I'm expecting that Trent Bolt goes for some early strikes. What if Trent Bolt goes for early strikes by taking initial crucial 2 wickets of RCB in the first 1 or 2 overs of his bowling itself? Because we have seen that a lot of time Trent Bolt doing this magic, right? Even 2019 World Cup against India semis as well, right? So what if that happens? And that too here I'm just going for we can't apply since we are focused towards only one player. That to ballers we can't apply 1 to 1 here, even reverse as well as left to right 1 to 1. But we can go for bituminous, and especially that is reverse bituminous. Okay, reverse bituminous. So here I'm just kept Trent Bolt as my captain as well as Glenn Maxwell as my vice captain. You can see that here Avish Khan is also part of my team, that expecting that at death over, if it is the case where RCB batting first but RR tossing up, so in that case death over, there are chances that even Arish Khan may also get 1 or 2 wickets, so that he will be there in DT. And at the same time, you can see that two of the crucial and two of the very differential pick that I have kept here are Rajat Patidar and Mahipal Lamroor, expecting that in very down order, middle order, they may go for something so that he will be both of them will be there in DT. Okay, so this is the scenario. What if Trent Bolt strikes early by applying reverse bituminous technology? Okay, fine. Similarly, once again applying reverse bituminous, but here the case is with respect to Yashwendra Chahal. So since it is Yashwendra Chahal, I'm making here Yashwendra Chahal as my captain. So I have included here Virat Kohli as well as Faf du Plessis, expecting that they will get some initial very good partnership. At the same time, I have made Virat Kohli as my vice captain, expecting that he single-handedly will go for some 65 to some 70 plus runs. Okay, at the same time, you can see that I have kept here Rian Parak as well as Yashasvi Jaiswal as my, two of the crucial players from RR. Fine. At the same time, here one more bowling choice, that is bowling option, that is Rishi Tuple, keeping him, expecting that he may take the wicket of, especially Joss Butler early. Fine. So apart from that, next set of scenario. So this is I'm just going for 1 to 1. Okay, 1 to 1 only by focusing Joss Butler as well as Yajwant Shah. Let me tell you one thing. Trust me. In last IPL match where GT won the final IPL finals versus RR, in that season there were I think at least 2 to 3 scenarios which goes like like this patterns that Jose Butler as captain and Yashwendra Chahal as VC, where you have I think you can go and check that we have seen that Jose Butler even scoring 100. Okay, so that's the reason this is one scenario where I have kept Jose Butler as my captain, at the same time Yashwant Chahal as my vice captain. and also have kept here Trent Bolt. That's the reason I just excluded Kohli as well as Faf places from top order. At the same time, you can see that here I have kept Anuj Rawat. You can even go for Dinesh Karthik. Okay, so this is 1-1. Straightforward 1-1 with Jos Butler as captain and Yajwant Chahal as vice captain. Fine. Let's go for next set of teams. This is again I'm just applying 1-1, but only where Glenn and Faf two places. Both of these foreign players goes for something very huge, expecting that a very good innings from Glenn Maxwell, at the same time very good some 60 plus score from Faf two places. So that's the reason I have kept here Glenn Maxwell as my captain as well as Faf two places as my vice captain. At the same time, you can wonder that I have kept included here Dinesh Karthik as well as Dhruv Jurali, expecting that they'll get batting as well as they'll score some very good knocks, especially the case of Jurali, so that the both of them will be there in DD. Okay, so that's what that particular scenario. And finally, applying last two scenarios here again, just going for 1-1, but only with respect to the two of the most emerging players and who are both are competing for most highest run scorer, orange caps, right? So that's the reason I have kept here Virat Kohli as my captain, at the same time Riyan Parag as my vice captain. Here you can see I have included Mayank Jagar, expecting that he'll get 1 or 2 wickets. Fine. So this is the scenario where I'm just going for 1-1 technology, at the same time keeping the top scorer from both the teams as the prominent highest DT point takers, especially focus on Virat Kohli as captain and Ryan Parag as VC. So last scenario, once again going for one differential team. So I'm expecting that two of the most important player of RCB, they'll come back to the form today's match. That is, you can see here Faf du Plessis as captain and Chris Green as my vice captain, expecting that both of them will come back to the form, and both of them will come go for something very huge, so that setting a very huge margin of score even if they bats first. Okay, and where you see that Chris Green even will get get you points from bowling as well. And here you can see that even though if this is the scenario, I have kept here Trent Bolt and Yashwant Chahal as well as Nandre Barker, expecting that all the three trios will go for taking wickets. Okay, at the same time, I have kept here differential break, that is Yash Dayal and Rishi Tupli, both are lefties, so left arm bowlers. So expecting that they'll take initial wickets of both. Yashasvi Jaiswal as well as Jose Butler. So that's the reason I have excluded both of that particular players. Okay, hope you understood this scenario. So hope you gone through this particular different 10 different teams, and I hope you understood the different scenarios and with respect to player potentiality, player capabilities, and which and all particular bowlers will be capable to take the wicket of which and all particular batsmen, everything. Hope you like the video. Please, if you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And let me tell you one thing. To be frank, please go through the video completely. Not only scenarios, not only this 10 teams, I have been giving so many input for you with respect to player potential as well as player to players analysis as well as player capability as well, with respect to psychological factors as well. So if you are making teams, please do consider all these things. Then only you can make a perfect teams. Then only you can win the jackpots. Okay, so that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed this video, and let's meet in the next video. Thank you.